On the last day of the 2024 NATO summit in Washington, US President Joe Biden announced another military aid package for Ukraine in its fight against Russian aggression. During a private meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Biden reaffirmed the strong alliance between the US and Kyiv, pledging his unwavering support in their struggle against Russian aggression. The aid, to be provided through the Presidential Drawdown Authority (PDA), will significantly boost Ukraine's defense capabilities. It includes munitions for the National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System, Patriot missile battery, ammunition for high-mobility artillery rocket systems, Stinger anti-aircraft missiles. The Ukrainian leader conveyed gratitude to President Biden for his valuable support and expressed the need for prompt measures to lift restrictions on Ukrainian troops utilizing U.S. weapons in their fight against Russia. On the second day of the summit, Zelensky expressed optimism that his military would be allowed to use Western-supplied weapons to strike Russian targets, strengthening its defense against the invasion. Zelensky also met U.S. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and Speaker Mike Johnson, asking them for Congress permission to use aided arms. Jeffries described talks with the Ukrainian president as very positive and said that they made clear that the U.S. stands firmly with the Ukrainian people in their courageous fight against the Russian attacks. Previously, the U.S. and its NATO allies decided that the Ukrainian path to membership in the alliance was irreversible. Once, Washington was deeply concerned about whether Ukraine was ready for NATO membership. Now, it seems resolved to ensure Kyiv finally joins the alliance. All NATO members have urged China to cease its support for Russian military actions against Ukraine, including the transfer of dual-use materials and weapons components, as well as raw materials used in the Russian army sector. This week, Ukraine experienced massive missile attacks, and Moscow has announced the resumption of long-range missile production. This Russian move exerts pressure on NATO allies as the alliance's leaders gather in Washington. Ukrainian authorities have confirmed that a missile attack carried out by Russian forces on the port of Odessa resulted in the loss of at least 2 lives on Wednesday. The Ukrainian Air Force reported that the country's air defenses had shot down 14 of the 20 drones. During a speech delivered on Tuesday, Zelensky drew attention to the recent attacks by Russia on Monday, involving 40 missiles that struck a children's hospital in Kyiv. This tragic event led to the loss of at least 43 lives and left nearly 200 individuals injured across the country.